Hi, guys. I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to Early Years Matters TV. On this episode, another pedagogical strategies called Democratizing. For the past few weeks on this channel, I've been looking at pedagogical strategies that you, the early years educators, could use to promote or enhance learning. So today's discussion is going to be all about democratizing. Perhaps this might be your first time of hearing the word democratizing, maybe as an early childhood educator or an imagined early childhood educator. I might be wondering, what is democratizing all about? Okay, so let me start by defining what is democratizing. So democratizing is a pedagogical strategies whereby you, the early childhood educator, and children share power in relation to what happens in the early childhood classroom. It's so simple, democratizing, power sharing. So you, the early childhood educator or the imagined early childhood educator, sharing power in relation to what happened in the early childhood classroom. You might be wondering this whole idea of democratizing coming from. A lot of policies like legislations focuses on children's right, children having right, agency in matters that concerns them. For instance, the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, which is adopted by most of the country in the world, is all about children having a say in matters that concerns them. So this relates to democratizing, to an agency, to what happened in the early childhood classroom. Democratizing, it's all about children having in matters that concerns them. For instance, you might be wondering, how is this possible in your early childhood classroom? Power sharing. You might be thinking, oh, they are young children, control of their early childhood education. So in relation to using democratizing in your early childhood classroom, ways that you can go about this. For instance, finding out about the children's interests through observations. So when you observe the children, you're going to gather a lot of information about their interests, about their needs, and let this reflect in your preschool curriculum. It's not just all about, observing the children, finding out a lot of information about them. What are you going to do with this information? So in relation to democratizing, your interests, their needs should be reflected in your early childhood classroom. So this is one way you're using democratizing as a pedagogical strategy in your early childhood classroom. You've observed the children, you find out a lot about their needs. So in relation to activities that you're providing for these children, it should reflect their interests, it should reflect their needs. So by doing this, you're using democratizing as a pedagogical strategy. Be simple, asking the children questions. For instance, boys and girls, what would you like to do today? So this is power sharing. You're not just looking at it, oh, I'm in charge, I'm the early childhood educator, I'm the emergent early childhood educator, I'm in control of my early childhood classroom, I dictate what happens. You're not a dictator. So in relation to democratizing, you're asking the children questions, boys and girls, what would you like to do today? So you're giving them the options to tell you what they like to do today. They might tell you, I want sound play, I want you to read me a story, I want to go outside. So you're delegating, so you're implementing democratizing as a pedagogical strategy. You're letting the children be in control of what they would like to do. You're giving them the opportunity to make informed decisions about what they like in the early childhood classroom. So boys and girls, what would you like today? Another one could be giving them choices. You have two options for them to choose. Boys and girls, would they like sound play or water play? Then they would decide whether they want sound play or water play. So you're democratizing as a pedagogical strategy. You're sharing the power in your early childhood classroom. You're not just saying, well, I'm in control, I'm in charge. Another way you could use democratizing is talking to the parent, asking the parent questions about the children, what they like to do, their interests, their needs, what they do at home. And you're gathering all of this information. It's telling you something about the children. So when you're putting your curriculum in place with all the information that you've gathered from the parent and you implement this in your early childhood classroom, you implement democratizing as a pedagogical strategy as well. You're sharing the power. You're not just saying, well, I'm in control, I'm in charge, I'm the early childhood educator, I'm the emergent early childhood educator, whatever I say is fine. Understand that when you use pedagogy as a pedagogical strategy in your early childhood classroom, what you're doing is you're using a pedagogy of listening. So you're listening to children, you're listening to what they have to say to you, active listening. You're listening to them. You're not just looking away. Boys and girls, what would you like to do? You're listening to them, facial expressions, you're maintaining eye contact, you're listening to what they're telling you in relation to what they want to do. And this in return is going to boost the children's self-confidence, self-esteem, that they have somebody listening to them, that they have a say in matters that concerns them in relation to their early childhood classroom. This is what they love to do. You're listening to them, you're implementing this in your early childhood classroom. This is going to build a respectful community. Yes, everybody is going to respect themselves. You're respecting the children, the parent. In return, the children and the parent will respect you as well. I'm still saying respect is reciprocal. You're listening to the children. You're asking them questions in relation to what they love to do. You're implementing this in your early childhood classroom. You're giving them opportunities to make informed decisions, to make choices in relation to what they would like to do in the early childhood classroom. In return, this is going to build this community. And you need to understand that in early childhood, you're a role model to the children. Whatever you do, they tend to do the same as well. And learning starts from early childhood. So when the children says that you're being respectful towards them, they tend to carry this along. They tend to carry to primary school, they move on to secondary school, university, they are adult. They learn to love and respect people, to build a respectful community together. So going forward, are you going to implement Democratising as a pet strategy in your early childhood classroom, or have you been implementing this? So how in the classroom, is it something that you're going to continue to implement going forward? And if this is your first time and if it's in relation to democratizing as a pedagogical strategy in your go try it out and come back and leave the comment below. How was it? Is it something that you're going to continue to implement in your early childhood classroom? I'd like to know more about this. And do not forget to subscribe. Subscription is free, and not just only subscription. Turn on whenever a new video is being dropped on this channel, you will be the first person to be notified. And until I come your way next time, stay safe and mind yourselves for now. Bye.